Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kabradash. Double honors once again go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who do well. Salutations also go out to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. All right, trying to do remaining, hopefully elect. All right, this is now I'm on with the DC camp, and hey, here's a video going in on these women. Hey, gotta go there in spite of everything that's going on, you know, on the world stage that are far more important, but at the same time, a lot of you are going to fall, all right, because of the women that you're with. All right, we have to, hopefully you realize by now, hey, these women, this feminism, you know, hey, if you have one, she's, you know, working with you and everything, it's a beautiful thing. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, may he bless and be with you. All right, but we're coming down to the point where, hey, this so-called white man's getting ready to get busy. All right, how many videos, myself alone, that were telling you he's about to drop the hammer here. All right, because he can sense that, hey, his time is at an end. You know, that's Revelation 12 and 12. We bring that out, you know. So, hey, his fast talking, his guile, his trickery, that's not working anymore. So he's going to show them horns and those fangs. All right, he's going to have to use that sword, that blessing of his. All right, the other side of that blessing that he got. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll this video. Hey, feminism fucked our people up. Feminism fucked our people up, as was the design. That's exactly what it was designed to do. All right, so let's go ahead and roll the video. Genesis 3 and 16, right? You know, so you got to understand individuals like this young man here, you know, he's got that worldly view. You have to realize all the lies that have been told to us. There's much power that the enemy has over us, and that we didn't know who we really were. Everyone else did, as far as knowing who they were. And a lot of, I'm not going to give you a number or even say a lot, but you got to understand, the elites of our enemies know who we are. We are not Africans, all right? We never were Hamites in that sense, all right? And that we are the biblical Israelites, both northern and southern kingdoms, all right? That would be the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Alright? We are all one people scattered abroad as we are. Alright? And you have to realize that the condition or conditions that we're in now, this is our doing. We did not uphold our end of the bargain. Alright? We broke the covenants, and as a result there are penalties for breach of contract. Alright? Just like any contract you sign out here in the world. Hey, you know, there are penalties as a result of that. Alright? And these penalties that were put on us, they are those curses. Alright? And they help identify said people. Alright? That's Deuteronomy 28 and 46. It tells you these curses will cleave unto us, and therefore will be a sign as to who's who. Those people over there in our land, they don't fit the curses. They don't fit as it is. Seeing that he's told to live as us, get incredibly rich as a result. Alright? Everybody's seeing him as he is, for what he is. Let's continue in this, because this feminism, all this stuff, everything was geared toward keeping us from being a nation. Hey, Psalms 83rd chapter. And all these other nations were confederate with this devil. Alright, so like I said, if you have a woman that's working with you, enjoy it while it lasts. Alright? You know, she's telling you here, why should I work with you? Why should, you know, we're supposed to be in a relationship. It's not just me alone. Hello. But with the so-called black woman especially, it's all about me, you conceited thing. I want to say something else, but hey, it's all backfiring. It's all backfiring. Continuing on. Not the way this society is set up. There you go. That's why we have here, like I always say, our Constitution, alright? And it gives you all the laws, bylaws, whatever have you, and how to deal with certain issues, alright? And one of them was what? About the father selecting the mate for his daughter. Not this shit that you have now. Look at all the chaos that's happened as a result. This devil has twisted everything, has turned everything upside down. And our people just, you know, aside from them being blind, a lot of them don't even realize, hey, something's not right. Because they're into pleasing their flesh. Alright? They can't see the spiritual aspect of it. A lot of our people are just gone. Alright? But in this, you have to realize too, with these women, I'm thinking of Ecclesiastes, you know, King Solomon, Ecclesiastes 7th chapter from 25 on down. I'll get it in just a moment. But look at all of these celebrities that you people have been manipulated into following. These scumbags that were selected by the people that want or trying to be us, you know, that control the music industries and all these other industries, all right? And all these people you idolize that are really pieces of shit. With all the material things that they're able to acquire, and they still can't satisfy their woman. You've got people in the business side of things that are extraordinarily rich. All right, they can't. I mean, we're talking about multi-millionaires and even billionaires, and their women are leaving them. Like, damn, what is it that you want? You have to ask yourself at that point. And a lot of these women were with their spouses before they became extraordinarily wealthy. So, like, what the hell? You know, you have to come to the realization that this, especially for Jake, this indeed was not our rest. We bring these scriptures out, you know, Micah 2 and 10, Hebrews 11th chapter, 14, 15, 16, Hebrews 13th chapter, verse 14. All right. This was not meant for us. This hell, and it is a hell that we're in, was designed as a punishment for us. We were never meant to be happy here. I mean, true happiness. So what, you got your fine automobile, you got the house with the white picket fence and the 2.5 or whatever children. You're still subjected to taxes, which are just a fancy word for paying tribute to someone that you're a slave to. That's all this is. This is one magnificent illusion. For our people especially, you have the illusion of inclusion. That's with everything, including of having some type of wholesome relationship with your woman. Everything is geared to where the laws side with her in all aspects, and it's still not enough. You know, your children not yours. You know, you get into Sirach. Hey, let's get it real quick. Let's see, Sirach 25. Let's start at 8. It says, "Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding, and that hath not slipped with his tongue, and that hath not served a man more unworthy than himself." All right, because the thing that you should be aiming for is what? Wisdom. Like when you go up here to 7, you know, it talks about wisdom. That's what we're talking about. But it's just my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that hath joy of his children. Now you have to ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Can you really have joy of your children in America? In this world in general, but in America specifically. Think about all the things. Look at the school system now. They let drag queens read to your children. All these things aimed at getting your children at a very young age. Proverbs 22 and 6. But on the left-hand side, this is what they're trying to do. Get your children at an early age so they'll grow up loving these freaks. All right. And maybe they might become one. That's the aim. Because at the end of the day, this is about trying to do away with really the only threat to this new world order, and that's the Israelites. He'll sacrifice, and you have to know this. You have to believe this, hopefully. He'll sacrifice so many of his own. What do you think that shit going on over there in Israel? They knew that something was going to happen. But you got to understand, they will sacrifice their own to achieve whatever agenda it is that they want. And that ultimately that agenda is the New World Order. They understand that their time is limited. So they want to get this up and running. And the only threat, the only real threat, is the nation of Israel. Which is not them, by the way. Alright, so then we get into, you know, because as it stands now, it says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies. Alright. 16. And I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkens her countenance like sackcloth. Look at the average so-called black woman. Alright, you be chilling somewhere and here she comes along. Face all, just the look of her, just, you're like, oh shit. Mean mugging and all that shit. Just like, what the fuck is wrong? Society is on your side. They give you all the opportunities. Like I said earlier, the laws are in your favor. Like, damn. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. I mean, it is so sad in our communities. All right, but it's always the man that gets the blame. But at the same time, didn't you raise these monsters by yourself? As Apostle Rakar always says, all these big Shirleys, all right, that have raised these emotional men in our communities, if you want to call them that. Let's continue with the video. Didn't I just say that? In the moment. There you go. Supposed to. Exactly. Yep. Oh yeah. And you'll see that in the, things that a lot of people don't really pay attention to too much. You'll notice how she'll get all dressed up and, oh man, all dolled up for that boss at work. But at you, we've got videos where motherfucker will cook for the dog and won't cook for her husband. I shit you not. I wish I had thought to pull that up before this, but hey, that's why a lot of people, a lot of men are like, fuck the American woman. You got the, what they call passport, Jakes, going overseas because, and then they have the nerve to wonder why. Back to the video. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see if he gonna get this. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Batshit crazy. And he is absolutely right. You know, but this is the modern world. This is Sirach 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, is a wise urge to a quiet man. And here's what got a lot of people in trouble. Men from the beginning, verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. And look at you. Now you're all caught up. Man, this world is... But again, going back to, all right, who's ruling over us? We're the ones that went off. We're paying the price for disobedience. All right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, Deuteronomy 28, 1 verse 14. All right, guilty, 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 guilty. So that's it. It was just a little bit, you know. Well, let's let him finish it up. 14 seconds or so. Yeah. This place is through. But again, there is light at the end of the tunnel. We see this place going down. Thankfully. We see the end in sight. It can't come fast enough for me personally. All right. I'm sure the majority of the brothers feel that way. All right. This place is done. There's no, like it says in Jeremiah, you know, there's no healing of thy bruise. This place is past the point. It's reached that Rubicon moment. You know, it's past the point of no return. It's through. But you're going to have a lot of Jake still want to, you know, that's why you have to be very careful about who you're hanging with, being around. So with that, I hope whoever views this is edified. Hey, stay prayed up. Pray for your fellow occupant out there on the highways and byways, because I'm sure you've seen the ridiculous shit that happened in Chicago with, what is it, a Watchman for Israel, and this, what is it, Chief Ephraim calling for this, you know. Hey, be circumspect out there. Hey, until the next video, hey, shalom.